Hello, we are once again doing more interviews for the Wild Women Symposium that will be in the spring of 2015. The Wild Women Symposium is an incredible growing movement that gathers together women and facilitators and teachers and healers to have an experience of expansion and wildness and playfulness and fun. And today I have one of my co-founders of the Wild Women Symposium, who is LaNae Staker, and she is going to be teaching a brand new class at the Wild Women Symposium. So hi LaNae, how are you?
Hi, Suzanne. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I am great. So now tell us about your work, because your work has been expanding and growing so much. Since I've known you, you have just like taken off like a shot. So tell us all about that.
Yeah, in the last couple of symposiums, I started out as a reader and realized that there was such a need for women to really kind of feel like they are being heard around sexual abuse and around really kind of healing those wounds of childhood. And so I started out as a reader. The last symposium we did, Jackie Brinkerhoff and myself did a class on healing those sexual wounds, and really found that a lot of women have done a lot of work in regards to that healing, but still need help with that extra piece of feeling grounded and feeling like they're in their body. And so this round, that's what I'm going to go in and do, is teach a little class about how to kind of stay in your body, stay grounded. And we're going to take it from a little bit of a different aspect. A lot of the grounding classes and teachings that I've looked into in regards to it have always talked about the root chakra and doing the grounding work from the root. And we're going to take it from the root, but also from the crown chakra, and pull the two of them together and really dive into how, in order to be really grounded, you need both the spiritual work as well as that earth energy. And I'm getting really excited to do the class. I'm so excited to see all of the women that have been repeats and to make new connections with the women that will be at this one. It's growing by leaps and bounds, and can't wait to May to get here really quick.
I know we have women that are like, oh my gosh, I've got to come to this one. I've got to come. I've missed the last two. Oh my gosh. So, but I love your idea about the grounding, because I know for myself and yourself too, we're both psychics. We're both psychics in the professional field. And one of the challenges about being an intuitive and about being a feeler is simply that you feel everybody. You actually pick up energy from other people. And it's hard for you to stay centered, especially when somebody is walking in that you're trying to read that has just had some sort of devastating event or experience. And it's our job as the intuitive and as the psychic to stay centered. But I agree with you. I find that sometimes in the real world out there that people don't recognize how important grounding is, and they have not enough tools that are fast and consistent and steady and stable. So, most people think grounding is food, and so that they go and eat, and that will make you heavier and make you grounded in your body, but also there's consequences to that, because you're also disowning the sense of conscious responsibility for the grounding. But at the same time, there's other ways to ground, and like you just said, there's spiritual grounding that a lot of times when shit's going down, you find that the people that are doing spiritual practices manage to stay more grounded in the chaos, because their spiritual practice gives them the faith or the stability or the balance or the alignment.
Right, and that's what we really want to kind of dive into in this class is let them know that it's not just, you being in your body, there's other aspects to it as well. And whatever that spiritual aspect is for them, and however they need to go in and do the clearing in order to feel like they're grounded, is really what we want to touch base on and kind of expand a little bit on and experiment. And that's one of the things that I've loved about this symposium, is that, this is a new class for me to teach, and it's really given me the foundation of, okay, what's next in my journey? Where do I need to go? What can I help other women? If I'm struggling with this, who else is struggling with it? So we're going to dig in and play. Oh. I dropped you.
Nothing like trying to keep all the systems in place here. But, yeah, I mean, I totally agree that, one of the reasons that I'm doing the symposium, and this, is that I not only want the participants to learn and grow, but I also want the facilitators to learn and grow. So what's wonderful about the symposium is that, if you get picked to be a facilitator, every class, we might want a different class, or you might want to do a different class, or you might want to lean into your next edge. And you personally have gone through such a revolution in the journey of your own self-awareness by teaching. So share some of that with us.
Yeah, I really have grown tremendously, and it's really put me out there to see, okay, this is where I'm getting hung up with. This is something that I've struggled with, and how do I find my way around it? And now how do I help other people find that way as well? If, like I said previously, if I'm struggling with it, how many other people have had that same struggle, and how can I help them with it? It's been a fun self-awareness, because even just last September I did Jenny Staunchfeld's embodiment class over the weekend, and really realized how much time I spent out of my body. As a psychic, as an intuitive, I was so used to feeling everybody else's energy that I was like, I don't want to be in my body. It's not a safe place to be. And I found during that class that it's a really safe place to be, and not only in my body am I getting bigger and better hits and being more precise with the information that I'm doing with my readings and my classes, but it's also made me aware of, oh, I was eating to hide this emotion, I was doing this to hide that emotion, and where I really kind of got hung up. And I mean, even since September, I've released 40 pounds and have really felt so much better and so much more secure in both my relationship as well as my body, that I feel like other women can also grow from that experience.
And that's so important. I mean, I think as women, we just don't realize how much emotion we stuff, and how much we don't have our own center and our own grounding, because as women, we love our families, and we're worrying about our kids, and we're feeling this and we're feeling that, and we get disconnected from ourselves. And what's so beautiful about your journey is that you kind of went in and went, hey, it's kind of good in here. Like, this is even better than out there.
Way more fun.
Exactly. And that's what, the Wild Women Symposium is about giving permission to have experiences that you maybe wouldn't have in your normal day, and try some things on, and if they work, wonderful, and if they don't, no problem. You don't have to try those again. But at least you tried. And, I remember, so many people, like they would walk into classes, and this from your last classes, like, healing the sexual wounds class, like, oh my God, these women walked in just like, oh dear, what have I signed up for, right? And it's a scary thing, and it was an intense process, and at the same time, it was hugely transformational for so many people. And I love the symposium because the format is that sort of the divine feminine is in charge, and you're not in charge, and I'm not in charge, and there's this bigger thing that's sort of in charge, and all we're doing is setting a container of safety to give the women a chance to go into that. And we had, just a beautiful experience the other day. We went up, to that Park City event that was sort of a meet and greet. And what was so beautiful was we got to meet so many incredible teachers, healers, and facilitators that are all coming together on the same wavelength, that we all need to work together, and there is enough to go around. And that seems to be this amazing theme. And it was so fun to just see people just swarm up to us, and say, oh my gosh, the Wild Women Symposium, I tried to get there, but I couldn't get there, and when is it, and I want to be part of it, and I want to belong to it, and it was beautiful. What was your experience of that? I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was amazing to see how many women as well as men that came up and talked to us in regards to it, and very fascinated with what it is that we're doing as the symposium grows and grows for women, for their empowering them to kind of take hold of their life and their families, and further them for the better. And the amount of talent that was in the room, was absolutely phenomenal. And to see how many people are moving along the same lines and seeing that there is a need out there for more of this kind of practice, more of the holistic approach to healing to your everyday life. So it was an amazing, amazing experience, and I look forward to having more of those.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was a beautiful, pleasant surprise. And so I want everybody out there to know that we are in an incredible space in Utah, that there are incredible healers. Some of the best in the world have actually come here. I believe that Utah is like a gigantic basin that has provided its own container for this new expression to kind of evolve, and I'm so happy that we get to be a part of it, and I look forward to joining with other people that have similar systems, groups, dynamics, events, and see if we can create this incredible commingled movement that is going to be more and more amazing. So anyway, so thank you so much. I mean, I always love talking to you, and I love that you're part of my team, and I'm so grateful for you because you are our social media guru. So she is the person, LaNae is the person who gets everything out on Instagram and Twitter and all these crazy things, and there's in such a system like the Wild Women Symposium, there is so much going on, and we are trying to help market healers and teachers, because healers and teachers are incredibly bad marketers in general. And we're trying to give them some doorways and venues to get videos up so that they can put on their websites like this, and to really get their name out there so that you actually can find them and work with them on your own. So LaNae, you also might want to tell us, that you do readings on your own and you have your own business, right?
That is correct. I do readings from my home here in Sandy, and absolutely love meeting with people. I'm actually headed up to an event this evening in Heber, Water Over the Moon, where they're going to do just a girls' night out, and they'll have a couple of intuitive readers there, and I look forward to doing that kind of stuff, big groups, little groups, whatever.
Yeah.
But mostly I do it from my home here in Sandy.
Yeah, parties, Halloween events. Yep. Absolutely.
Anytime I can go and have fun, I love to.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find LaNae's information at the Wild Women Symposium page, which is www.wildwomensymposium.com. And LaNae, do you want to give out your phone number so people can contact you for readings?
Yeah, definitely. My phone number is 801-661-7404. And if I don't answer, definitely leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Great. Well, thanks, LaNae, for talking today, and I know I'm going to see you soon.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Suzanne. We'll see you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.